Our first call tonight comes from Bloomsburg. Mike, you're on the air.
Thank you, gentlemen, for taking my call. My question concerns the validity of a claim made by Tom Wolfe in an ad where he states Tom Corbett cut education spending by $1 billion. Well, here in Bloomsburg, the editor of the Press Enterprise newspaper wrote an editorial which basically called that ad a big lie. And up in northeastern PA, Tom Wolfe has refused all requests to appear on WLK Network, which is the #1 talk radio station in that region. So my question is this. Do you think the media should be pressuring Tom Wolfe to answer questions about the truthfulness of his ads, as well as asking him why he won't answer questions specifically on his plans to raise taxes? Thank you.
Well, he's like a football team right now that jumps out to a 54-3 lead in the first quarter. He started out with this huge lead in the polls, and I think his strategy is simply hold on, slow down, keep the ball to himself, don't say anything to rock the boat, just try to run out the clock on the election, which is what the strategy has been. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to education, it is a big lie. And those who actually look at it, and if you actually look at the numbers, the fact of the matter is more state dollars are being spent on K-12 public education today than at any time in the history of the Commonwealth. The actual cuts came in the last 2 years of the Rendell administration, and then Barack Obama took away the stimulus money. So if you want to say somebody cut education, Ed Rendell and Barack Obama cut education. It's Tom Corbett who has restored that money and is in fact spending more than we've ever had before. So that editorial writer actually took the time to look at the facts and should be applauded for it. Given that situation, I can see why Tom Wolfe wouldn't want to go on WLKK or any other talk show, because the talk show hosts are going to demand that he give answers, and his strategy is to not give any answers.
Dan?
Yeah, well, there's a lot to unpack there. So let me start at the beginning, which is, it is not true that there's more money going into the classrooms in basic education funding. There may be more money being spent for that line item in a budget, but it's not making its way into the classrooms, and anyone who pays property taxes in the Commonwealth can attest to that. We've seen cuts in classrooms, we've seen the reduction in extracurriculars, and we've seen property taxes go up. If Tom Corbett was spending more money on schools, none of that stuff would be happening. That's just a fact, and you can ask any school board. That's why so many school boards are really rejecting what Tom Corbett's plans have been.